My name is Fraser Czajkowski. My father is Victor Czajkowski, who was a prisoner in Auschwitz from 1941 to 1945. And this model you see before you is a legacy in his memory. Let me show it to you. Starting over here, this is the invasion of Poland, 1939, and the Russians coming to save them, so to speak, in 1942. This whole thing is a condensation of the entire war. Over here, we have an Einsatzgruppe, which is a special action squad, where the SS rounded up hundreds of people and just killed them in the countryside. Jews, gypsies, anybody, Polish people, Polish intelligentsia. This is a little idea of what it's like in Berlin, nice and safe during those years, for a while. Daddy. If you can swing all the way over here, you just got a glimpse of Auschwitz. But this is D-Day, June 6, 1944, where the Americans, British, and Canadians invaded France to rid them of the Nazi swine. I'm making a film. There's a little idea of what it's like over in France at this time, completely destroyed. And here is Auschwitz. Auschwitz actually had 3 huge camps, of which this is an idea of the smaller one, Auschwitz I in downtown Auschwitz, Poland, 1941 through 1945. Prisoners would arrive here to this gate, forced along a path into the dressing room, where they are stripped of their clothes in extreme comfort. Tried to make them feel at ease. The Nazis did everything possible to try to force people into these gas chambers over here with a minimum of effort and a minimum of panic. Some of these transports did panic. Some people fought back. Some people resisted. There's one story of a beautiful woman who took off all her clothes and grabbed a gun from one of the Nazis and shot 2 Nazis and disappeared into the crowd before she was gassed anyway. This is an example of a crematorium, which they refer to as the Little Red Farmhouse, which is one of 6 different crematoriums in Auschwitz. If you can see inside, which you can see the ovens, which processed about 2,000 or 3,000 dead bodies a day. They got so overwhelmed with bodies that they had to burn the bodies outside in huge pits. Life in the camp, on the other hand, was even worse. For those who weren't immediately sent to the gas, they were forced into slave labor and death through attrition and famine and disease. Here's somebody about to be hung for no reason. Hands in the pockets is a good excuse to hang somebody in front of the whole company. People are often killed as just as an example for correct behavior. This is Block 11, prisoner barracks and torture barracks. Block 10, the so-called prison hospital, vermin infested, no water, no bandages, nothing. You basically came there to die. People who went to Block 11 were sent straight back to the gas chambers periodically. This is the infamous black wall between Block 10 and Block 11, where people were put to death randomly during selections or whenever the Nazis felt like it. And over here is an example of some of the discipline where they were publicly whipped, pulled over a table, and whipped 25 to 50 lashes for the most minor infractions.
20 seconds.
I built this as a legacy to my father to remember his time in Auschwitz and his time in the Holocaust, so that no one would ever forget what happened to him and everybody else. Jews, Poles, Gypsies, Romanians, Ukrainians, Russians killed by the millions, 1939 to 1945. Thank you.